There's dirt on my boots and sweat on my brow. The rooster's been crowing since 1:30 now. The field waits quiet, the sky wears gray, but I feel his hand starting my day. Not in thunder, not in view, but he's in the dust and the morning dew. He's in the dust and the dew, in the hush when the light breaks through, in tractor hums and robin calls, in the rise and in the falls. You don't need a grand church pew, he's walking around in dust and dew. I've seen him drift on a harvest breeze and ride beside me through broken knees. He don't need gold or marble halls, just a soul that stumbles but still crawls. He's in each crack this world puts through, and in every drop of morning dew. He's in the dust and the dew, in the quiet things we overlook and lose, in muddy ruts and creaky gates, and second chances wrapped in grace. I found more truth than sermons do when he met me there in dust and dew. From mountain tops, but he's where your heartbeat never stops. In the stillness of a workday start, he writes his name on a weathered heart. He's in the dust and the dew, where humble hands find purpose true. He don't need fame, he don't need flair, he just wants you to know he's there. And every morn he makes all new, with love poured out in dust and dew. So when you rise and lace your shoes, know he walks in dust and dew. I've walked these roads since I was a boy. Barefoot summers, simple joys. The wind through the white blooms feels so real, like heaven's just beyond the cotton fields. Heaven's just beyond the cotton fields, where the love of the the sun sets low and the day is sealed, I know heaven's just beyond the cotton field. Mama sang hymns while she worked the land. Daddy prayed with a calloused hand. And I learned young how grace can heal, that heaven's just beyond the cotton fields. Heaven's just beyond the cotton fields, where the love of the Lord is strong and real. When the sun sets low and the day is sealed, I know heaven's just beyond the cotton fields. When my work down here is finally done and I see the light of the setting sun, I'll hear the angels and I'll know it's real, that heaven's just beyond the cotton fields. Heaven's just beyond the cotton fields, where the love of the Lord is strong and real. When the sun sets low and the day is sealed, I know heaven's just beyond the cotton fields. Yes, I know heaven's just beyond the cotton fields. Before the coffee brews, before the morning light, before I find the words to pray just right, I'm already there on the bedroom floor, like a habit my heart's been keeping for the Lord. Years of trouble taught me where to go when the rivers rise and the cold winds blow. And sometimes the tears fall before my eyes, 'cause my knees bow down before my mind realizes. My knees remember before I do. They know the place where the mercy's true. Before I can speak, before I can start, they're already taking my weary heart. Through every season, it's the one thing they choose. My knees remember before I do. It's more than a posture, it's a place of grace, where heaven meets this humble space. and I've learned his voice is easiest to hear. When my knees have brought my soul near, my knees remember before I do. They know the place where the mercy's true. Before I can speak, before I can start, they're already taking my weary heart. Through every season, it's the one thing they choose. My knees remember before I do. When my words run dry and I've got no song, they still lead me where I belong. My knees remember before I do. They know the place where the mercy is true. Before I can speak, before I can start, they're already taking my weary heart. And when I reach heaven, I'll see it's still true. My knees remember before I do. Yes, my knees remember before I do. It's 5 a.m. and the diesel hums, sky's still wearing its coat of drums. I climb aboard that weathered seat with a thermos of grace and muddy feet. Some folks hear God in a chapel choir, but I find him near the turning tire. With every groan of the engine's soul, he's talking loud in the subtle and slow. He speaks in tractor rumbles, in gears that grind, and tires that stumble. In rows I plant and dirt I turn, in every pass there's truth I learn. It ain't all thunder, it ain't all mumble. Sometimes he speaks in tractor rumbles. When the harvest failed and the bank called in, I sat alone with my worn out sin, but that old John Deere still rolled on through, and somehow I knew he'd pull me too. He speaks in tractor rumbles, in the still small sound beneath the grumbles. Through broken belts and oil-stained hands, he tells me I'm still part of his plan. No sermon loud, no temple crumbles, just love that speaks in tractor rumbles. I've prayed through pistons and cried in corn. He's met me there, tired and worn. It ain't the words, it's the way he stays in diesel breath and sunrise haze. He speaks in tractor rumbles, where my heart bends and my spirit humbles. Each pass I make, he rides along, turning dust and doubt into song. No burning bush, just steady tumbles, but I know he's near and tractor rumbles.
I looked up to the sky one quiet evening. Clouds were drifting soft and the stars were gleaming. Then I saw his hand in the light up above. He wrote my name on a cloud with his endless love. He wrote my name on a cloud high above the rain, a promise of grace that will always remain. When the storms come and the night feels so loud, I find my hope, 'cause he wrote my name on a cloud. Through trials and heartaches I've walked many miles, but his gentle touch always brings me a smile. No fear in my soul, no need to be proud, 'cause I know I'm safe when he writes on the cloud. He wrote my name on a cloud high above the rain, a promise of grace that will always remain. When the storms come and the night feels so loud, I find my hope, 'cause he wrote my name on a cloud. One day I'll see that sky so clear and bright. He'll call me home in his holy light. Till then I'll hold on, though the world may be loud. I'm secure and loved. He wrote my name on a cloud. He wrote my name on a cloud high above the rain, a promise of grace that will always remain. When the storms come and the night feels so loud, I find my hope, 'cause he wrote my name on a cloud. He wrote my name on a cloud. He wrote my name on a cloud.
Floor on the counter, hands worn thin, apron tied with a gentle grin. Mama hums a song she knows while morning sunlight softly glows. The yeast is working slow and sweet,
kitchen warm, the silence deep, and in that pause, that sacred hush, there's more than dough that starts to rush. He's there when the bread rises, in the quiet of the dawn-lit room, in the patience, in the waiting, in the stillness before the bloom. No thunder rolls, no trumpet prizes, just peace that softly fills the air. He's there when the bread rises, and I feel him standing there. Mama wipes her hands, takes a seat, folded palms and folded wheat. She says, child, faith's a lot like dough, takes some time and room to grow. I watched her watch that simple bowl, and somehow it began to glow. And not from light, but from within, like grace wrapped up in flour and tin. He's there when the bread rises, in the warmth of an old wood stove, in the hush between each heartbeat, in the promise of what's yet to show. A holy hush in small surprises, like a miracle from flower and care. He's there when the bread rises, and like he's always been right there. It don't take a church bell ringing or a crowd of voices singing. Sometimes it's in a kitchen prayer, in rising dough and love and care. He's there when the bread rises, in the waiting that teaches trust, in the hands that give and gather, in the moments that feel like dust. If you seek where love devises, just kneel where the flower flies in air. He's there when the bread rises. Yes, the Lord is always there. I was leaning on a rusty Ford outside Jenkins' old feed store. Mud on my boots, years on my face, searching for nothing in a nowhere place. The weight of my past too heavy to haul, then a still small voice broke through it all. found me by the feed store, where the lost don't knock on heaven's door. No stained glass slide, no choir in tune, just dusty bags in a late afternoon, while the world passed by like it had before. Jesus found me by the feed store. Old man Joe gave a nod my way. Didn't know I was breaking that day. But grace don't wait for suits and ties. It shows up where the gravel lies. And right between the corn and seed, I felt a love that met my need. He found me by the feed store, where the broken hearts ain't keeping score. He didn't ask what I'd done wrong, he just wrapped me up in a silent song, while the town moved on like it did before. Jesus found me by the feed store. It wasn't thunder, wasn't flame, just peace that called me by my name. In a place where no one prays out loud, he found me standing in a shadowed crowd. He found me by the feed store, right where I had hit the floor. With cracked hands and tear-filled eyes, he raised me up and made me wise. Now I walk with him forevermore, 'cause he found me, yes, he found me by the feed store. So if you're drifting like I was before, don't be surprised if he finds you by the feed store.
The road's been long, the night's so cold, but I've kept the faith like Mama told. Now the light ahead is shining clear. I can almost feel her presence near. Mama's smile is my welcome home. At the gates of pearl, I'm not alone. She's waiting there with arms so wide, tears of joy in her gentle eyes. Mama's smile is my welcome home. Every prayer she prayed still guides my way through the darkest night to the break of day. I hear her voice in a gospel song, saying, "Child, you've been gone too long." Mama's smile is my welcome home. At the gates of pearl, I'm not alone. She's waiting there with arms so wide, tears of joy in her gentle eyes. just the peace of heaven's sky. And the first face I'll see when my race is run is the one who raised me in the love of the sun. Mama's smile is my welcome home. At the gates of pearl, I'm not alone. She's waiting there with arms so wide, tears of joy in her gentle eyes. Mama's smile, Mama's smile is my welcome home.
He packed his bags when the farm went dry, kissed his mama's cheek, tried not to cry. With a Bible in his coat and a prayer in his chest, he told the Lord, I'll follow where you think is best. The nights were cold and the miles were long, but he kept walking, 'cause his faith was strong. Every step was a whisper, Lord, lead my feet down the road that his eyes just couldn't see. He trusted the road he couldn't see, through the fog, through the storms, through uncertainty. Every turn, every mile was a mystery, but he trusted the road he couldn't see. Years went by and the path made sense. Every trial felt like heaven's test. And when the final sunset came to call, he knew the road had led him home after all. Faith's not about what your eyes can find, it's walking with peace in a troubled mind. It's the light in your soul when the night is deep, and trust in the road you cannot see. He trusted the road he couldn't see, through the fog, through the storms, through uncertainty. Every turn, every mile was a mystery, but he trusted the road he couldn't see. Yeah, he trusted the road he couldn't see. She rolls the dough with steady grace, a little flour on her face. Cast iron warms the coffee brews. Sunlight peeks through morning's hues. She hums a hymn while skies are blue, and I believe he blesses the biscuits too. He blesses the biscuits too, and not just the prayers in Sunday pews. In apron strings and buttered crust, in quiet faith and simple trust. No mighty sign, no grand debut, just warm hands and biscuits too. We bow our heads round this oakwood table, thank the Lord for all we're able. It ain't much, but it tastes like peace, homemade grace in every piece. And when life feels cracked clean through, there's mercy baked in biscuits too. He blesses the biscuits too, in every bite and morning dew. Not just cathedrals high and wide, but where the cast iron love abides. He's in the meal, the plate, the glue. Yes, my Lord, bless his biscuits too. Some folks search in distant lands for signs and wonders from his hands, but I've seen heaven touch the ground, right where the biscuits come around. He blesses the biscuits too, like sun on fields and skies so blue. With every rise, with every fold, his grace is served 1,000-fold. So pass the plate and taste what's true. He's here in biscuits too. So when you think he's far from view, just breathe deep. He's blessing biscuits too. I can see it in my mind, past those pearly gates, a little white house where my grandma waits. There's a breeze in the air and the sun shining fair. Heaven's porch is rocking chairs. Heaven's porch is rocking chairs for the ones we've loved who are waiting there, where the streets are gold and the skies are clear. Heaven's porch has a rocking chairs. I'll sit there with Grandpa, talk about days gone by, watch the angels fly beneath the sapphire sky. Every tear's been dried, every heart's repaired, and heaven's porch has rocking chairs. Heaven's porch has rocking chairs for the ones we
of amazing grace. See the Savior smile, feel His warm embrace. And when the trumpet sounds, I'll be right there on heaven's porch in a rocking chair. Heaven's porch has rocking chairs for the ones we've loved who are waiting there, where the streets are gold and the skies are clear. Heaven's porch has rocking chairs. Save me a seat, I'll be home soon.
I was driving home on a Monday night, rain hitting hard in the dashboard light. My heart was heavy, I'd been gone too long from the one who'd been calling me home all along. Didn't take no steeple, didn't take no choir, just a whisper of love through a windshield wiper. Grace don't wait for Sunday, it meets you where you are, in a broken down truck or a midnight bar. You don't need a hymn book, you don't need a pew, just an open heart and He'll come to you. Oh, grace don't wait for Sunday, it's been running every day for you. Saw a man at the diner with tear-stained hands, said, "Preacher, I ain't fit for His promised land." I told him, "Friend, you don't have to earn His love. It's been chasing you down from heaven above. You can bow your head right here, right now. A church can be midnight bar. You don't need a hymn book, you don't need a pew, just an open heart and He'll come to you. Oh, grace don't wait for Sunday, it's been running every day for you. In the hands that hold you when you're too weak to stand. It's in the footprints when there's only one in the sand. You can find it in the quiet, you can find it in the storm. It's the reason a sinner's heart gets reborn. Grace don't wait for Sunday, it meets you where you are, in a lonely old cell or a beat-up car. You don't need a sermon, you don't need a stage, just a will failing soul and an empty page. Oh, grace don't wait for Sunday. It's been running every day for you. Yeah, grace don't wait for Sunday. It's been waiting every day for you. That old gate hangs on one good hinge, rusty chain and a fence post fringe. Swings wide when the wind blows hard, like my heart when life leaves scars. But even in its crooked state, I see love. God still fixes broken gates. God still fixes broken gates, hinges bent by years and weights. He don't mind the weathered wood, the cracks, the rust, he calls it good. Where the world sees just too late, God still fixes broken gates. My soul's seen storms and midnight rain, regrets like nails, old guilt like chain. But grace ain't scared of what's been through. He turns the weak into the true. He don't rebuild with fear or hate, just mercy, fixing broken gates. God still fixes broken gates, the ones folks pass and underestimate. He takes the splinters, nails them straight, and paints the past with something great. Where shame once stood at heaven's gate, now hope walks through, 'cause he still waits. Some think he only works in gold, in polished halls and stories told, but I've seen him with hammer in hand, mending things the world can't stand. God still fixes broken gates and hearts that come a little late. If you're hanging by just one last thread, he sees the worth in what's been shed. Don't throw away what time berates, 'cause God still fixes broken gates. So if you think your chance won't wait, he's right there by your broken gate. I can still hear her whisper by the old kitchen door, reading from the good book like she'd done before. Her hands worn from working, her eyes soft with care. And she'd say, "Child, the Lord will meet you there." And Grandma's voice is waiting there in that land so bright and fair, where the streets are gold and the skies are clear. Grandma's voice is waiting there. I strayed from the pathway, chased my foolish pride, but her prayers kept on following every step I tried. Through the nights of trouble, through the weight I'd bear, I could almost hear her singing in the midnight air. Grandma's voice is waiting there in that land so bright and fair, where the streets are gold and the skies are clear. Grandma's voice is waiting there. She said, "One day you'll see me past that Jordan tide. I'll be standing with Jesus just beyond the other side. Don't you worry about the journey, He'll guide you through. I'll be singing when He comes for you." Grandma's voice is waiting there in that land so bright and fair, where the streets are gold and the skies are clear. Grandma's voice is waiting there. Yes, Grandma's voice is waiting there. I'm on my way, Grandma. I can hear you calling. I've seen plows break and fences fall, rain eat the paint off the old barn wall. I've watched good steel turn red with time, but faith still shines like the morning light. My daddy's Bible's worn and torn, pages yellow, the leather worn, but the words words inside still cut right through, like the day he swore they were tried and true. Faith don't rust like iron does. It don't fade away. It don't lose its trust. Through the storms and the mud, through the years and the dust, faith don't rust like iron does. I've seen strong men bend with age, lose their step, but not their praise. 'Cause what the good Lord plants in the heart of man will stand when the world can't stand. The tools I hold will wear away, but the hope I hold will never decay. Every prayer's a spark that keeps the glow, even when the cold winds blow. Faith don't rust like iron does. It don't fade away. It don't lose its trust. Through the storms and the mud, through the years and the dust, faith don't rust like iron does. Yeah, faith don't rust like iron does. It was Tuesday night, the world felt cold. The truck broke down and the bills got old. I sat real still in the living room light, just me and the silence and the edge of a fight. Then a knock on the door and a smile so kind. Miss Patty from church with a meal she'd made mine. Christ came in a casserole dish with love baked in and a prayerful wish. No golden roll, no trumpet sound, just noodles and grace when life let me down. Not all miracles shine or swish. Sometimes Christ come a casserole dish. She said, we're thinking of you, and here's some bread. Left the pan on the counter and patted my head. No sermon spoke, no verses read, but peace filled the room with the words she never said. It smelled like mercy, warm and slow, and tasted like hope from long
long ago. Christ came in a casserole dish with love baked in and a mother's wish. No halo high, no heavenly glow, just cheese on top and a heart below. A little salt, a little swish, and Christ was there in that casserole dish. He don't always walk through storms or fire. Sometimes he shows up in a small town choir, or in green bean bake with a side of grace, brought to your porch in a Tupperware case. Christ came in a casserole dish on a cold hard night I couldn't dismiss. No grand parade, just kindness and care, and the scent of the Savior hung in the air. So when life gets tough and dreams go amiss, just look for Christ in a casserole dish. Yeah, I've seen His light in a covered plate.
Walked through valleys, storms and pain, carried burdens, felt the rain. But there's a promise shining far. I'll rest where the angels play steel guitar. I'll rest where the play steel guitar, under heaven's light, no more scars, with sweet melodies that heal each heart. I'll rest where the angels play steel guitar.
The nights were cold, but faith was stronger, kept my soul. When I'm weary, I'll look afar to rest where the angels play steel guitar.
I'll rest where the angels play steel guitar. Sweet melodies that heal each heart. I'll rest where the angels play steel guitar. Every note they play will ease my mind.
In that peaceful place, no more ties that bind.
I'll hear the music in that holy yard, where heaven sings on a steel guitar. I'll rest where the angels play steel guitar,
under heaven's light, no more scars,
hills play steel guitar.
And when my time has come to part,
I'll find my peace with that sweetheart.
I was lost in the night, couldn't find my way, worn out from the fight, with no words to pray. But mercy came running like a river wide, and love reached down, pulled me to his side.
when the storms will rage and the shadows fall, I'd feel his arms stronger than them all.
He lifted my heart when I thought it would burst. I hold on now, 'cause he held me first. I hold on, 'cause he held me first. Through my darkest valley, through my deepest thirst. Before I could stand, before I could see, he was holding my soul. He was carrying me through the trials and the blessings, the best and the worst. I hold on, 'cause he held me first.
Now the road's still long, but my step is sure. His grace is my anchor, his love my cure.
And when the day comes that my labor is done, I'll walk into glory, 'cause he's already won. I hold on, 'cause he held me first. Through my darkest valley, through my deepest thirst. Before I could stand, before I could see, he was holding my soul. He was carrying me through the trials and the blessings, the best and the worst. I hold on, 'cause he held me first. Before my first breath, he called me his own. And I've never once had to walk alone. I hold on, 'cause he held me first. Through my darkest valley, through my deepest thirst. Before I could stand, before I could see, he was holding my soul. He was carrying me. When I see his face, my heart will burst. I'll hold on, 'cause he held me first. Yes, I hold on, 'cause he held me first.
I I was flipping through that old red book, the one Mama kept on the mantel, just as I am, and build a land, songs that held me when I couldn't stand. The notes were simple, the message strong. You could feel the spirit sing along. No stage lights, no polished show, just hearts in tune and voices low. They don't write hymns like that no more, with tear-stained truths and open doors, songs that knew a sinner's name and wrapped us in amazing grace. You could feel heaven in the floorboards. They don't write hymns like that no more. Now Sunday's got screens and LED, but I still hear Grandma next to me, singing loud and off the key, but every word still sets me free. They don't write hymns like that no more, where every verse was a whispered war, between doubt and a stubborn hope, between a cracked voice and the Holy Ghost. Those songs were prayers in 4-part chords. They don't write hymns like that no more. Give me it as well in a minor key, or farther along in harmony. I'd trade 1,000 modern lines for one old hymn that stands through time. So when I go, don't play no track, just gather round and bring it back. The voice is raw, the spirit near, like I was home, like God was here. They don't write hymns like that no more, but they still echo through heaven's door. And when I reach that distant shore, I'll sing the ones that came before. Until then, I'll hum them from my core. They don't write hymns like that no